Hello guys, bonjour, zdravейте, konnichiwa, and so on and so forth. Welcome to Monoglossia, the channel where we talk various things about languages and language studies. So, about 3 years ago, at the very beginning of this channel, I made a video called My Language Certificate Collection. And after gaining a couple more certificates, I thought I should reshoot it. So, to add a little bit of a difference, I'm going to talk very briefly about how I learned this language or my relationship with this language, and I will only talk about the most recent, highest level certificate. So, my native language is Bulgarian. Obviously, I have no certificate in Bulgarian proficiency, nor would I be allowed to attempt to take one, but I'm pretty sure my level is C2. I am fluent in English, C2 level. That is not to say I never make mistakes, of course. I've studied in an English-speaking high school, after which I moved to England, where I studied at university, both a bachelor's and master's degree. So it is strange that I would be asked to do an English proficiency exam, but I was asked to do one a couple of years ago when I was about to go to Japan. So what I took at the time was the so-called IELTS indicator exam, which was a specific version that became popular around the COVID pandemic time, that could be taken from the comfort of your home. And I achieved level 8, how do they call it, like band 8.5, which corresponds to C2. I think the worst section for me was the writing, which felt strange. Maybe I just wrote way too much. I got carried away. Then French. My husband is French. I am a French citizen myself, and in the moment I am doing a PhD in Sorbonne University in France. My level is C2, and it was certified in 2014 in Bulgaria. It all went well, even the speaking part, which is weird given that I still feel quite uncomfortable speaking French. I do not have the certificate with me because I actually submitted it when I applied to get the French nationality a few years ago, but I will try my best to find a picture of it. Then, Spanish. I learned Spanish all throughout high school, and then on and off after that through private lessons and group lessons. And it's a language I love very much. That used to be better than my French, but of course now it isn't anymore. I have a B2 level certified by DELE. I think I did not mention that the French certificate is called DALF. I just thought it was common knowledge, but of course it doesn't have to be. So I got B2 Spanish DELE. The worst section was, understandably for me, the speaking. I feel like I didn't do a very good job, but the rest of the sections made up for it. Then Italian. I don't know why, but in my head Spanish and Italian always come together. Of course they're both Romance languages, but of course it's far from being the same language. I actually started studying Italian on my own while I was still in high school. And learning Spanish, so there was always a bit of confusion between the two for me. And then again I took lessons on and off after graduating from high school all the way until now. It's been a while actually since I've last studied Italian, and my level is also B2, certified by CELI. And once again, I think it was 2017, a year after I had my Spanish exam. Once again, the speaking wasn't strong at all, but the rest of the exam made up for it. And now, moving on to what are my new certificates, I think. So, Japanese. I started studying Japanese in 2017, first on my own, then private lessons, and then I spent 2 years in Japan as a scholar under the embassy program MEXT, where I also learned Japanese. And I took an exam this summer on the very last day of my stay in Japan, and I passed it. It was level N3 of the exam JLPT, Japanese Language Proficiency Test. I passed it. I was very happy about it. The score was a little bit borderline, like it wasn't a strong score, but it was a pass. Japanese has been very hard for me to learn for some reason. I don't know if it's because it's such a different language from the other ones I've been learning, or just doesn't click with me for some reason. I'm very happy I've reached this level, and I don't think I can move on to a higher one, and I'm perfectly comfortable with this. This is my JLPT certificate. It looks a bit different from the previous levels I had taken because I took it in Japan, so the format is different. So here it is. I am very happy about this one. It was hard to pass, and I passed it. So here we go. Then Russian. Last year, actually it's still this year, 2023, it was part of my New Year resolutions to take a Russian proficiency exam. So a few days after New Year, I arranged for me to take one. It is the international exam called, it resembles TOEFL, TORFL, Test of Russian as a Foreign Language. I talked to a teacher from the particular language school beforehand, and they thought the level B1 was suitable for me, so I went for this level. It went extremely well, including the speaking. I even think maybe possibly I could have gone for B2, and I might in the future, but yes, this is what I have. They were supposed to send me the paper copy of the certificate as well, but somehow I haven't received it yet. So here is, I guess, screenshot of the digital certificate. Then moving on to Greek. I've been studying Greek for 2 years and a half maybe, and my study has been fully documented in this channel, Monoglossia, where I post all my lessons with my wonderful teacher, Katerina. Please check out her channel if you want to learn Greek. I took the Greek proficiency exam, international one that is organized by the University of Thessaloniki, I think, or at least the region of Thessaloniki. I took it in Japan. I took the Shinkansen, the bullet train from Kyoto to Tokyo in one day in order to take this exam and come back. I was left with mixed feelings because of the speaking part. I felt extremely uncomfortable, extremely confused between speaking Japanese and then Greek, but I did get the certificate. It's level A2. It's a low level. Of course, I would like to continue, but I'm very happy about this certificate. It just arrived last week here in France with a letter from Japan. It went from Thessaloniki to Tokyo and from Tokyo to France. I know it makes no sense. Okay, I guess these are all of my certificates for now. I will be happy to update when I have more. Currently I'm very busy working full-time and doing a PhD in computational linguistics. In terms of language studies, in the moment I am currently taking a course in Old Church Slavonic, which is a language I've been wanting to learn for a while, but it's very scarce in resources. So it's gonna be a 3-week course, after which I hope I'll be able to say I have notions of Old Church Slavonic. Also, I continue doing a little bit of Japanese. Every week I do, I participate in a literature club in Japanese where we are reading a book. And I'm also learning Hebrew every week. My level is not a beginner, the teacher said, so I'm not in a beginner group but in low intermediate, which I'm very happy about because I've only been learning on my own. And yes, and I continue learning Greek when I have time. Okay, this is it. If you have any questions about language certificates and language studies and why I'm so nuts as to be collecting language certificates, please feel free to ask in the comments. Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye bye.